Chapter 3589. When the 4 cards were issued, Charlie Wade quickly got 3 aces, 2 of which were on the bright side. And William is amazing, his hands are 10, J, Q, K, and he's all spades. Seeing this card, William knew in his heart that the croupier friend should plan to give himself a straight flush, and then give Charlie Wade 4 aces. The straight flush is the largest card type in Texas Hold'em, and K. LLS everyone. Charlie Wade had exposed 2 aces at this time, and the best type of card was 4 aces. Even if he had 4 aces, it was impossible to win a straight flush. Therefore, William had no doubt that Charlie Wade would lose, and he would win. But Charlie Wade didn't seem to believe in EV. And after a few rounds of betting, almost all the chips were suppressed. Seeing that the last card was dealt, Charlie said with a smile, "Mr. William, if first lose this, the plane will go to you, and billions of euros will go through the finances immediately." William was overjoyed, his heart rate was a bit chaotic, and he ran away. "I'm sorry, sir." "Yes, look at this hand, the price is your money today." "Hey." Charlie waved his big hand nonchalantly, and Yundan said lightly, "This little money farted. Cataclysmic will leave my Wade family for hundreds of billions of euros as soon as I speak." As he said, Charlie laughed, and said in a tone of support to the younger brother, "I, today am the lord of your wealth. From a long distance I came here to give you an allowance. How much you can win is up to your ability." With that said, Charlie Wade glanced at the croupier and said with a smile, "Come on, take care of the cards." Croupier immediately began to face the last card. The cards for Charlie Wade were the mainstay of spades. Seeing Charlie Wade get the mainstay of spades, William wasn't surprised at all. It seemed that his friend was going to give Charlie Wade 4 aces, the second one just for a straight flush. However, William believes that the cards his friend makes for himself should be a straight flush of 9, 10, J, Q, and K. As long as you get a straight flush, you can win Charlie Wade's 4 aces. Therefore, he firmly believes that his last card must be the 9 of spades. At this time, Charlie Wade immediately turned the whole card over and said lightly, "Mr. William, first have 4 aces. It seems that you can only win with a straight flush. This straight flush is not so easy to take." William smiled confidently, "Mr. Wade, I'm very lucky today, so I'm sure my last card must be 9 of spades." Charlie Wade curled his lips, "Don't follow me, I don't believe you at all." William raised his eyebrows, and asked with a smile, "Since Mr. You don't believe me, you might as well let the croupier deal directly with the cards. Let's hurry and determine the result." "Don't." Charlie Wade stretched out his hand to stop, and laughed, "Since we have played, then we may play a little bigger. For this hand, let's add another 2 billion euros. How about an interesting game?" Everyone on the scene was crazy. One person escapes, additional 2 billion euros per person. This is a live Emmett Arter. Another echoed, "I've never seen such a big gambling game." "Yeah, too damn interesting." Quote, William was stup. D2. To say that Charlie Wade's previous performance was a qualified scavenger's son, then Charlie Wade's performance now seems that he became Jesus to scavenge for wealth. "I've seen someone give money, but I've never seen someone send money like this before. Immediately add 2 billion. The money was so big that William didn't dare ask for it. So he said nervously, "Wade. Mr. Wade, in my opinion, we don't want to add any more in this round. 2 billion euros is really too big. Now, even if money isn't serious, you can't throw money like this." Chapter 3590. Charlie Wade smiled and said, "Your card is still not dealt, how do you know that I must have thrown money?" William said shyly, "Sir Wade, I'm not kidding you. I really think my chances of winning in this round are much higher than yours. Or we will just open the cards, just use these chips on the table, whoever wins. Don't add any more, okay?" Charlie Wade sneered and said sarcastically, I will only say that you are like a girl. You are harmed by one word. You've won a damn billion, what are you afraid of? With that, he said to Olivia again, you Coke's fiancé man, you have to be tough when you have to be tough. If you are gentle at a critical time, how do you want to be the Queen's husband in the future? Olivia panicked too. He knew that William would win, but he also knew that if William won too much, it would most likely be a big problem. Calculating the previous one, if Charlie Wade put in another 2 billion euros, it would be 3 billion euros in cash plus Concorde Airline. With this card alone, Charlie Wade lost more assets than the entire Nordic royal family. Seriously, how could he not be afraid? What he was thinking in his heart was, if Charlie Wade loses in a hurry, what should I do if he have to take revenge against William? What if he recruits the charismatic front? But what Olivia didn't know was that Charlie Wade wasn't quick to lose his eyes, but William was being scolded at this time by Charlie Wade. He said angrily, Mr. Wade, I hope you can figure it out. I don't want to follow up on a 2 billion bet, not that I'm not a man enough, but I don't really want to beat you up. I'll leave you with one. Back off, but why be aggressive again and again? Charlie Wade smiled and said, William, not that first said you're kind of thinking, it is a typical poor thinking. After speaking, Charlie Wade sneered and said, you, just like old people who buy Rolls-Royce, they came to tell me that Rolls-Royce's fuel consumption is high, and I persuaded him not to drive Rolls-Royce. You say poor hangers like this don't stir their bad thoughts. Think about it. If I can spend millions of euros on a Rolls-Royce, can't I add hundreds of euros of petrol boxes yet? Everyone around listened and laughed silently. Even though Charlie Wade had lost a large amount of money, it was very stupid in their eyes. But they also had to admit that Charlie Wade's words made sense. People have money. Do you need someone much poorer than him to teach him how to save money? William was very embarrassed when he heard these words. He really didn't think that Charlie Wade would take the initiative to ask for the. Moreover, he considers his kindness to be the heart and lungs of a donkey, and humiliating himself in public is a bad hangover. He couldn't help cursing in his heart, oh, your last name is Wade. I wanted to keep you half your life, but you don't appreciate it. It's okay, I will beat you today. Nothing can make you cry. Tears. Thinking of this, he slapped the table and said sharply, okay. 2 billion is 2 billion. Charlie Wade nodded in satisfaction and smiled. Come on, before the last card is drawn, as I write the mortgage agreement now, let's write the IOU 2 billion, sign it and put it on the table. How about taking away the opponent's cards if anyone wants to win? William scoffed. Just right. You think I'm afraid of you? Charlie Wade smiled and said, okay, then hurry up and write, so many people are watching, no one can play naughty. Good. Quote. William, who was already angry, immediately wrote down the IOU of 2 billion according to what Charlie said. Charlie Wade is also unambiguous. He immediately wrote clearly on paper that he owed William 2 billion euros. At the same time, he reminded William, yes, the payment method must be clearly written, and the full payment must be paid within 24 hours, otherwise. As a breach of contract, liquidated damage, 100% per day. William could still think about it at this time, and sneered, I'm afraid of you. Come, I'll write it down. Charlie Wade nodded, and wrote the same content on his IOU. Afterwards, under everyone's witness, and recorded by everyone's cell phone video, the two signed their respective IOUs and drew their drawings. Charlie put 2 IOUs into the pile at the same time, looked at the croupier, smiled slightly, come on, let's draw cards. Quote. With a pair of eyes like a Komodo dragon, William looked at Charlie Wade and sneered, Mr. Wade, I will let you be today. Quote. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel for new updates. Thank you very much for watching, keep safe everyone and God bless you all.